All right, so thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to our Zoom meeting for the benefit of our guests, people who are joining us for the first time. I just want to thank you so much for taking time to be able to come into this meeting. It's a very important meeting for you because we'll be able to teach you a couple of things that we believe will be able to help you to be able to change your lives. My name is Paul Mwatu, and I'm calling you all the way from Dubai. This is our last night here in Dubai, and due to the health protocol, we are not required to remove our masks in the hotel. So I'm going to speak to you when I'm wearing my mask. So I hope you'll be able to understand. So we're going to start our meeting right now. I'm not the main speaker, but I'm quite happy to be able to welcome you to this meeting today. We have a session which is going to help you as a guest to be able to understand how you can be able to benefit from this opportunity. Most probably the person who invited you spoke to you about some good supplementation and the nutritional products. I can assure you you'll be able to get them. And maybe some of you are looking for an opportunity to be able to earn extra income, and especially during this time when the world is in a state of economic crunch, whereby the economy of the world is not growing as we expect it to grow. So you're in that good place. Through this opportunity, you can be able to earn income, and which you can be able to get it part-time or even full-time. Or maybe you came to this call because you love traveling. Has been to Dubai today is a clear a confidence that when you join this opportunity, there is a very big possibility of you traveling the world. So I just want to welcome you to this call. I know we have distributors from Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. We have distributors from West Africa. We have distributors from Nigeria. We have distributors from Southern Africa, US, Europe, and UK, and all over the world. I just want to thank you so much and warmly welcome to our meeting. We have two gentlemen who are going to speak to us today, and I believe that by the end of the meeting, would have really being in a position to explain to you why we called you here today. So without much ado, I'm quite happy and privileged to invite our first speaker today, joining us all the way from Kenya. That is none other than Pascal Olo. Pascal, can you hear me?
Yes, Paul, I can hear you. Thank you very much. Paul, can you hear me?
Yes, Pascal, I can hear you. Please take it away. Thank you so much, and good to see you today.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody, and I would like to welcome all those guests who are here today, our distributors, but also to tell Paul to enjoy the warm climate. I see he's addressing us in a t-shirt, but Nairobi is not as warm as it appears in Dubai. I'd like to welcome all of you, and I appreciate those of you who make sacrifices to come and attend this meeting. I can see Teresia there is holding I think her son, who is having a good meal there. Congratulations, Teresia. This is what it takes to succeed. People who don't give excuses to succeed in their lives. So I'm going to spend the next about 40 minutes to explain to you what we do, and probably one of my colleagues will share with you his experience on what the business has done for him. So if you would give me a few moments, I want to share with you the screen. Just one moment, please. Okay, just a few seconds, please. I want to get this slideshow. All right. As Paula said, my name is Pascal Olo. I'm trained as a civil engineer. Betty and I live in South Africa, but at the moment we are visiting Kenya. We're in Nairobi, and we'd like to share this business idea with the guests who are here today, and some of our prospects, and also our distributors who are here, who have invited their guests to have a look at this business. My name is Pascal, trained as a civil engineer. I grew up in Kenya, did a course in civil engineering, because as I was growing up as a child, my father told me that the key to success is education. And being a dutiful son, I believe what my parents told me. We went to school, got a degree in civil engineering. When I finished my course, I got married. Then our family started to grow. You know, when your family starts to grow, you start thinking about how to meet the expenses of the family. So we left Kenya, went to live in South Africa. And I remember when we go to South Africa, my first salary, or my first paycheck, about 33% of my income went to tax. And then I got concerned. I realized that even if I'm earning more money, I'm still going to pay more tax. The net effect will be little increase in my income. So Betty and I started looking at ways to generate money. That's Betty and myself. We have been in this business for just over 25 years now. And the reason we started the business is a very simple idea. We started the business to make extra $200 because I thought that the $200, that's supplementing my salary, our life would change. So we started building it slowly. But after doing the business part-time for 7 months, our income reached $1,000. That's when I decided to take a keener interest in this business and to build it with more intensity. After 3 years, when the income was 3 times my salary, I fired my boss. So if you're a guest, I don't know the reason why you're attending this presentation, because everybody joins for their own reason to do this business. So I'd like to share with you what this business is. Before I do that, to explain the idea of this business to you on network marketing, I think there are 4 major ways that people use to generate income. One is called a job. That is when you're employed by somebody and they pay you a salary at the end of the month. The challenge with the job that is it's not secure, especially at this time of the world economy. And there's also a lot of internal politics in a job situation. The second way of generating income is self-employment. Self-employment means you have to start your own business, or you provide a service to the public in your own person to generate an income. This is good because it depends only on your effort. The better you work, or the more you work, the more money you earn. But it's got its own drawbacks, because if you're not there physically, if your business depends entirely on you, then if you're ill, or if you want to take a holiday, or if you need to attend to family issues, then you don't have an income coming in. The third way that people use to generate income is called big business. This is when people invest huge capital, they get lots of employees, and with employees comes a lot of labor issues to build a big business. For most people, this avenue is close to them because they don't have the capacity to get huge capital to invest in business. The fourth way to generate income is called investment. This simply means that you need extra cash over and above the cash you use for your daily living, and you also need knowledge and skill to do investment. So for most people, this extra cash that the people are looking for to invest, they don't have. Or if they do have the cash, they don't have the knowledge and the skill of investing, they most probably look for somebody else to invest their money on their behalf. There are other ways to generate income. For example, these are specialized professions like musicians, authors, professional sports people. This is available to a very, very unique kind of individuals who use their talent and skill to generate income. So for the ordinary person in the streets like you and I, is there a way that you can start and run a business to increase your income without high capital, without looking at the risk of getting a lot of stock, or having your own business system, all this? I think there's an ideal business, and it has the following criteria. Number one, the capital you need to start your business, or the capital required to start the business, is very low. Our business is about between $60 to $100 to start a global business. Secondly, you need to get involved in distribution of goods and services. Why is that? Because everybody needs goods and services. In fact, the key to wealth building is distribution. If you look at the wealthiest companies in the world, or the wealthiest people in the world, they're always involved in distributions of goods and services. The third criteria for an ideal business is you need to have a global reach. That means your product or service needs to get to most of the globe. Our company operates in just over 50 countries around the world. In Africa alone, we operate in 14 countries, and we have access to about 450 million people in these 14 African countries. The fourth element about a success, an ideal business, is called leverage. What is leverage? Leverage is a way of multiplying your time, your effort, and your income earning ability when you cooperate with other people to build your business. I'll give you an example. If I work 5 hours a week to do a business, I'm only able for those 5 hours a week. Supposing I get 10 people who join my organization and they also work 5 hours a week. So there will be 11 people working 5 hours a week, that is 55 hours a week. Supposing those 10 people also has introduced 10 other people to do the business. So we have over 500 people doing the business, and if each person is doing only 5 hours, then we have over 500 hours of work for a week. So we are increasing your income earning ability by using the effort of other people in cooperation. That's what we mean by leverage. The banks know what leverage is, that's why they open branches. The retail shops know what leverage is, that is why they open other stores. The fifth aspect about an ideal business is you need a consumable and unique high quality product. Why is that important? Because a consumable product has a repeat sale. For example, you and I are going to buy soap until the day we die. That means soap is a good business because there's always demand for soap. There's always demand for skincare products. The other element of an ideal business is a business system. What is a business system? A business system are procedures, tools, and equipment that enables you to run a business so that you don't have to be there as the owner of the business. And this is very key to a success in the business because it enables the owner of the business to be absent without his business collapsing or grinding to a halt. And the last thing about an ideal business is the timing. Timing is very crucial because if you start a business when the timing is incorrect, your business may not gain traction or capture the market that you're looking for. So these are the criteria for looking at an ideal business. But is there a business like that in the world? Yes, there is. It's called network marketing. What is network marketing? Network marketing is a system of distributions of goods and services, but we use ordinary individuals to distribute these products. What are the unique criteria or the unique aspects of network marketing? First, you cut out the middleman between the manufacturer and the consumer. And the income that you'd have paid to advertising, to retailers, is what is paid to distributors. So you cut out the middleman. You don't have advertising. There are no wholesalers or retailers. The products are explained directly to the customer, and we are paid for referring customers successfully to the company when they buy products. The products are researched and developed on your behalf, so you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself in the sense that the company supports you in terms of research, development, warehousing, packaging the products on your behalf. Your only job is to market the product or distribute or create a market or a customer base for your products. And the thing I love about this business is there's no qualification, because the only qualification we ask you to have are three things. Number one, you need a desire for success. Number two, you need to be teachable. Number three, you need to be hardworking. If you have these three criteria, success is guaranteed for you. This, Mr. Jerry Brasfield, is a founder of our company. Mr. Jerry Brasfield is now in his 80s. He started the company at the age of 19 when he had very serious asthma as a teenager. So his mother got him natural remedies to address his asthma. And when he got better, he decided, I might as well share this idea with the rest of the world. And that's how this company was born. That was 1958. In South Africa, it came in 1971. In Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, it came to 1996 and 97. But what has kept our company or our business running all these years because we believe in some fundamental principles. Number one is absolute integrity and honesty. We believe that we need to tell all our customers the truth. The second is people are number one. The most important resource we have in our business is people. The third is products that work. The company spends a lot of time and effort to develop the highest level of quality of our products. The fourth is equal opportunity for everybody. Everybody who starts his business starts at the same level. Whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're old or young, whether you're a student or you're a CEO, whether you're a mechanic or a housewife, everybody starts from the same level in the business. And the last one, the last principle we believe in, you need to have a long-range vision. We believe that in a 2 to 5 year horizon, you're going to reach financial independence when you take this business seriously. So that is what we do in our business. Why do people start this business? People start this business for very many different reasons. The first is some people start the business because they want a better life for their children. Some people start the business because they want to buy dream homes. Some people start the business because they love good cars. Some people start the business because they'd like to have beach homes. Some people start the business because they want cash, they want to make a lot of money. Some people start the business because they want to be physically fit or have good health. So people start this business for very many different reasons. If you're a guest in this presentation tonight, think about what your reasons are for starting this business. Is it to make extra money? Is it to change careers? Is it because of health? Or is it because you just want to have a different lifestyle? So people start this business for very many different reasons. So if you start a business, you're going to join a company which is more than 60 years old, spread over 50 countries around the world. It has a scientific advisory board whose job is to research and develop products. We have 4 ranges of products in our business. And which are these ranges? The first is the cleaning or the golden home care range. These are the products for cleaning your bathroom, your kitchen, your toilet. The second range is the personal care range. These are hair shampoos, hair conditioners, hand and body lotion. The third is the skin or nutrients products for your skin or beauty. And the fourth is the healthcare range. This is the highest selling range of our business, because most people are aware that if your health is you have a challenge in your health, your life is not very good. How does this business work? This business works when you do what we call 3 daily success habits. What are the 3 things we do every day to grow our business? The first, we use the products ourselves. Why do we need to use the products? We need to use the products because first, we are supporting our own business, and number 2, we want to speak to people about the products that we ourselves believe in, and we can actually give our own testimony how the products work. So the first thing is you use the products yourself. Now, because our company is registered in 50 different countries, the company devised a method of measurement of business called the point value system. The point value system is each product has a point value attached to it. Let's say you use 100 points in your home. The second thing we do in our business is we share this business opportunity. That means we introduce people to join the business. Let me say you introduce 6 people to join your business. What do these 6 people do? They also use products. So if you have 6 people plus yourself is 7, you have generated 700 PV in your business and you become a manager. The next thing you do is you begin to train or teach the people you've brought into the business to do what you do. What do? They also introduce people to join their business. Let's say one of the people you introduce in the business introduces 2 others, and those 2 introduce other 2. Eventually, you'll have a 700 PV unit. If you do that, plus the other 6 gives you 1,300 PV, you become a senior manager, and your income is about $90 a month. But that is just the beginning, because the next thing we do is we teach everybody to do exactly what we do. It's called duplication. It doesn't happen exactly like this, but this is just a model for explanation purposes. So if you have 6 units doing 700 PV plus yourself gives you 4,300 PV. You become a director and your income is about $580 to $700 a month. But you see, some people will not join the business as distributors. Some people may just want to use the products. If they join the business, if they want to use the products only, these people become your customers. And from your customers, you make 20% net profit. Okay? So you as a distributor buy the products at a discount, you sell to your customers at a retail value, and you make a profit of 20%. The third thing we do in our business on a daily basis is personal development. What does that mean? Personal development means you take the time to build yourself as a leader in the business through training, support, and personal development seminars, have workshops, we have product training, so that you become proficient in the business. You become a leader in the business through training and support. But you see, some people are not interested just in the $500 to $700. Some people want more income. If you want more income, then your duty is to help the people you brought into the business to become what we call a director. If you help one person to become a director in your business and you reach a sapphire level, your income is about $1,000 a month. If you help 3 people become directors, your income goes to about $2,000. If you help 6 people, you become a president's team member, your income goes way beyond $5,000 a month. So I would like to hand over this back to Paul to invite our guests to share their experience on what the business has done for them. I think our guest also is having a fantastic time in Dubai. Paul, is that right?
Very true, Pascal. We're still in Dubai with our guest speaker for tonight. And I'm quite excited to be able to be in this meeting. Thank you so much, Pascal. You have been able to explain everything to our guest. And I believe that they have been able to get 1 or 2 things in terms of what we do here. So our guest on the call, we just want to appreciate you for taking time to be on the call with us today. And once we finish the meeting, I just want to challenge you to speak to the person who invited you on this call, and they'll be able to give you more information on how you can be able to join and be part of the NEOLIFE opportunity, and also be able to interact with the products that Pascal has just showcased for us. So thank you so much, each and every one of you, for being on the call today. So Pascal mentioned about our present team members, and these are the cream of the team in our business. Some of them were with us here in Dubai. They left yesterday, and they're wonderful people that will be able to help you to continue to build our business all over where you are. So my duty is just to be able to invite our guest speaker, a gentleman who came to this opportunity some time back, but he has been able to do it in a very special way. And that is why tonight he's joining us all the way from Dubai, where we are, before we catch our midnight flight back home. So without much ado, I just want to welcome our world team member and a leader, David Mukila, to be able to speak to us. Mukila, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Paul.
All right, Mukila, you can unmute yourself and speak to us. Thank you so much. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you so much, Pascal, because of such a wonderful presentation. I think, like Paul told you, we are not able to remove our mask in this place. We are still in Dubai. And I think Paul saw the excitement that I had in Dubai. And he told me that I needed to share the same excitement with the team. So I'm so much excited this evening and to be here in Dubai, speaking to you from Dubai. It is a glory to God because of enabling us to be here. So my name is David Bundi Mokela, and I've been in this organization now for the last 12 years. I used to work with the Ministry of Defense of Kenya Army in Nairobi, Kenya. I got employed in 2007, and I remember I remember after some post-election violence that happened in Kenya, some two people came in my house and they were trying to share with us about this opportunity. So I thought it is something very small. I could not get what they were trying to say. But I remember the person we used to live with. I used to live with my two cousins in my house and accommodated them. So one of them is the person who took the opportunity, and I was not sincerely speaking interested in the opportunity. So this cousin took the opportunity and enjoyed the business. So the first month I saw him getting a check of 6,000, and the second month I saw a check of 25,000. That attracted me so much. It attracted me because my salary in the army after the deductions was not that kind of money. So when I saw the kind of money he was making, I also got interested, and I remember he invited me in town, in Nairobi town, so that I could go and listen to an opportunity that could change my life. So, and because I had seen him making money, I didn't need a lot of convincing. But I remember when I attended the meeting, I saw this guy who was also working in the army, and he had a fantastic check of 598,000. So this attracted me so much because I thought to myself, even if I worked for 50 years, seriously speaking, I could not get such money. So I got interested, I joined the business, and I started working the business part time. I remember I met some leaders who encouraged me, who told me that they are going to hold my hand. One of them is Mr. Patrick Mugambi, that we are together with in Dubai right now. So I remember I met this guy and some other leaders, and he told me, Mr. Bundi, we are going to show you how to do this business. Actually, we are going to show you to be the smartest person in the street of Nairobi. At that moment, I could not understand what he was talking about. And he told me that I want you to do everything I tell you. And let me tell you, my guest, I was very teachable. I was very teachable. One of the personality with me is that teachability is part of me. So I just listened to this man, and I remember he used to tell me, you have to accept to come here, sit in a plastic seat so that I train you in our training place so that you can be able to put a sofa set in your house. And let me tell you, I hidden to that. I did the business up to the level of a director in 6 months. 1 year, 5 months, I was able to become a audit member. So from 2010 up to this moment, I've been traveling the world. I've become an international traveler. I remember this guy told me that, and because when I was coming, they were going to San Francisco. They were going to San Francisco in USA. And I used to ask myself, will I ever travel? Will I ever be able to travel the world? Because when you come, sometimes you have a lot of doubts in your heart. You don't believe in yourself. You are seeing as if others are the people who are destined to do these things. But I remember when I came, I saw them going to San Francisco. Then I told myself, I think I can do it. One thing I appreciate this company is that people come and they encourage you and they teach you how to dream. So I saw them going to San Francisco. Then I told myself, next time when they will be traveling, I won't be left. So the next trip, I was not also able to go because that time they were going to Durban, South Africa. So that was 2009. They were going to Durban, South Africa. I was not able to travel. But then I told myself, next year, I must go to that trip. So I remember in 2010, that is when I became a Ruby director. They talked about when you become a Ruby director, you'll be taken for a lifestyle event, sightseeing the street of Johannesburg. And let me tell you, I worked. I worked like a wooden lion. I don't know what happened to me because any person I was seeing, I could see myself in a flight traveling with other people. So I went out sharing the opportunity like crazy. Remember this time, I'm still working in the army. I'm in Kawa Barracks for those people who are in Kenya. I'm still working in Kawa Barracks. But during the evening, over the weekend, when I'm free, That is the time I was doing this business. So I'm still working, but these companies told me that if you become a Ruby director, you'll be taken for lifestyle event in South Africa. So I became a Ruby director. I remember in the process, I also became a Sapphire director. And when you become a Sapphire director, you are taken to a leadership school in Windsor. So I started experiencing lifestyle in Windsor Golf and the Country Club. And of course, when I became a Wondi team member, I was not married, I was single. I joined the business when I was a very young man, fresh from college. I got employed in 08, 07. Then I joined the business in 08. So I was not yet married. So when I became a Wondi team member, they took me to Windsor Golf and the Country Club in Nairobi for a lifestyle event, for a leadership school. And let me tell you, my software was changed. I started seeing life in a different dimension. And that is the time I had just gotten married. Of course, when you start making over 60, 70,000 as a Wondi team, you must have somebody to help you hit that money. So I got married. I was taken to lifestyle together with my partner. Then I continued working the business. In July, I became a Ruby director. I was taken for a leadership school, Ruby orientation in South Africa. And let me tell you, that was my first time to enter into a plane. I was so much excited about the experience in boarding a flight. Then in the next year, 2011, we were in Cape Town again for our Wondi team convention. That was 2011. 2012, we went to Zambia, Livingstone, Zambia, for another Wondi team event. Then 2013, we were in Dubai. We came in an hotel called Grand Hyatt. That was my first time to come out of Africa. It was so exciting. That was 2013. 2014, it was in Hong Kong, China. And let me tell you, these trips keep on coming and keep on coming. I told you, once you become a Wondi team member, you keep on now traveling the world because there's a convention coming this time and this. And what happened is Corona came and we are not able to travel last year. We were supposed to be going to Europe in Czech Republic. So I was not able to travel last year because of COVID. So the convention was canceled and we took it this year. We had to come to Dubai because that is where there is less restrictions in terms of traveling. And I'm so happy that every experience in NEOLIFE is a different experience. I have been thinking that I've gone for lifestyle events, but let me tell you this one. This one has been a very different experience. Actually, it was not a convention, it was a vacation. A vacation is whereby you are given time, you are given your own free time to do things that you want in the country. So we came here for a vacation in Dubai. And let me tell you, we have explored these things. We have visited different places. I don't think if there's any place we have not gone. We have gone to the desert safari. We have gone almost all the malls in Dubai, the Emirates Mall, the Dubai Mall. We have gone to China Mall. We have gone to Data Market. I know most of you who have ever come to Dubai, you know about, we call it Gikomba in Kenya. That is where you go and do a lot of shopping at a cheaper price. One thing that I've really experienced in Dubai, because I've been coming here, but I didn't have good time to interact and maybe get to understand so many things in the place. But let me tell you, this time, I've come and I've understood a lot of system, especially the train system. I remember my first time when I came to Dubai, I used to ask myself, where do people pass? Because when you go outside the street, you cannot see people in Dubai. I was wondering, where are people located? And I can see so many buildings. But let me tell you, when we have come for a vacation right now, I've traveled to so many places. I've used to train. I was teaching so many other people now from other countries. The people didn't understand how the train works. So it is a very exciting experience when you come here and you see what is happening in the world. You change your thinking. So what has happened to me, what I can say that I've changed my thinking. I've seen life in a different dimension. You are given a treatment that you cannot experience in any other place. I really appreciate the company. Another thing that I've really gotten and what makes me happy in this company is that you travel together with your partner. Imagine we have been here with my wife. My wife, I remember when I was joining the business, my wife used to discourage me when I got married to her. She used to tell me this business is earned. But let me tell you today, she was the person enjoying more than any other person. So you are together here in a vacation, the two of us, you are taken as a couple. Imagine, just taken together with your wife. The company would pay everything for you. What they will do for you is what they will do for your wife. So it is so exciting when you travel the world together. Actually, some people who are my friends in church and in many places, they were asking me, which company is this that you are allowed even to travel with your partner? So that is one of the things that I really like so much. I saw one guy who is a Kenyan living in Tanzania, in Uganda, who is a doctor, Dr. Lawi Mwenda. Dr. Lawi Mwenda lives in Uganda, but the mother is in Kenya. So I saw them coming together with the mother because the mother is the partner to Dr. Lawi. So it is so exciting when you put maybe a person you love so much and you come together, you travel the world together, and you can see the excitement. I saw another lady, Usna from Tanzania, that she and the parents and the sister coming together in a vacation. Anytime you are going together with Mundu Mukwena, all the children are Wanditi members. They are Wanditi members. So they all travel to a certain country for the experience. So that means it is a board of directors in that house. Then I told myself, I'm going to do this business. I'm going to empower the people that I love. I'm going to show them how they can succeed in the business so that when we travel together, we're in the same plane with the people I love, with the people that I'm associated with. So that is what excites me most in this business. What am I trying to say? I'm just trying to encourage every person in this meeting today that I've experienced so much. I've started dreaming afresh. Today we were coming from the Emirates Mall, and we passed through a shop that sells Lamborghini, a showroom for Lamborghini cars. That is a type of a car. And let me tell you, I've been inspired today. I've started dreaming afresh. The kind of dreams that I had are good, but let me tell you, I've started dreaming afresh, and I'm so much happy that I'm going to go and inspire my team to achieve the same thing that I'm able to see. So, guys, every person in this meeting can do the business. Every person who has been found here today, my answer to you, imagine I had people in my team who attended the convention. I helped other people in my team to travel with me. What if I never took the opportunity? What if I didn't see it? So my point is, let us go out, let us try to share this opportunity with the people. I've just decided that I'm going to share with every person who can give me a hearing. I'm going to tell every person, actually, I'm coming to Kenya with a lot of energy because I've discovered the power of this business, that you can travel the world, that you can touch the world. Right now, through the Zoom, we can touch the world wherever we are at our corner. And I believe this is the time to transform, this is the time to change, and this is the time to empower people. So I want to wish you the best and to tell you that if Bundi, who was a soldier, who didn't know even so much about network marketing, I even didn't know how to do the business. But I met people who are ready to show me and help me to grow in the business. If I can be able to do it, right now I'm traveling the world. Guys, I believe you can also do it. Just join the business. Let us work together. And I know we are going to meet in the beaches of the world if you'll be there to be met. Otherwise, thank you very much. God bless you. Let us meet at the top. Asanteni sana. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Mukila, for that session that you have taken us with the journey that you have had since when you came to NEOLIFE. And for sure, have been able to see you personally grow. You're an amazing leader. You have been able to grow other leaders, and your heart is to be able to continue to help as many people to be able to experience what you have been able to experience. So that is Mokila, our world team member, speaking to you all the way from Dubai after starting the journey with NEOLIFE. And today we are listening to him. So as our guest on the call today, if you take this opportunity in the next 3, 4, 2 years, it will be your chance to be able to sit where Mokila is sitting, to be able to share the story of your life, your journey, how you have been able to move to where you are, where you were, and to where you'll be at that time. So I just want to thank you so much for taking time to come and listen to us. That was David Mukila, and shortly we are going to depart the hotel so that we can be able to go to the airport so that we can be able to get to Kenya tomorrow morning. So we just want to thank you so much, everyone. And I just want to return it to Pascal so that he can be able to close our meeting tonight. Pascal, if you can hear me.
Yes, Paul, I can hear you. I think the testimony of David Bundi is really a fantastic testimony. It's just to show you that this business doesn't require anybody special. It just requires an ordinary person to make extraordinary decisions every single day to change their lives. So, David, thank you so much for your testimony and sharing your experience with us about what the business has done. And just to wrap up, when you're starting this business, because of technology, the company has made it very easy for us to be able to build our business. And some of the online services that you're going to get when you join this business are the following. Number one, ordering products. You can order the products online. For example, if you're in Kenya, you don't need to get to the office to be able to order your products. If you have a cell phone, if you can connect to the internet, use M-Pesa, you can order your product and it's delivered to you. So ordering products can be done online. Registration of distributors is also done online. When you join the business, the company creates for you what we call your own back office. That is your personalized website that enables you to monitor and manage your business. Training is done locally and internationally online. For example, these Zoom meetings, we do them every week. Training we do every week also, where we train with distributors or partners from around the globe, people in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, South Africa, Nigeria, Botswana, people in the US, people in Norway, Italy, the UK. So you can build this business and do training locally using the online services. Delivery of products, the company contracts courier companies in various countries to deliver products to their customers. Payment is done online or by mobile transfer. Payment of bonuses, when the company is paying you your bonus at the end of the month, is done by electronic funds transfer or mobile money. So there are various ways that the company supports you to build your business. Then the other thing is, David was talking about traveling. One of the places you travel to is Ruby Orientation. And the Ruby Orientation is normally conducted in South Africa at the Santon Sun Hotel. In 2019, my wife and I were privileged to attend the Ruby Orientation School at the Santon Sun Hotel in October 2019. Other places that we talked about, for example, in 2017, they also went to Abu Dhabi. In 2021, they've gone to Dubai. So there are very many different destinations where the company sends the most successful distributors in our business for a holiday. Those are some of the people who attended the Ruby Orientation School in Johannesburg, Santon Sun Hotel. If you're a guest, how do you get started? Speak to the person who invited you. It's called your sponsor. They will give you an application form to fill. Then you pay your registration amount to start your business. In South Africa, it's between 690 and 2,700 Rand. In Kenya, it's either 7,360 or 8,970. In Nigeria, it's 17,500 or 22,500 naira. In Tanzania, it's 140,500 or 170,700. In Uganda, it's 203,900 or 242,500 Uganda shillings. In the USA, it's 99 US dollars. In Sweden, it's 1,025 Swedish krona. In Italy, it's 64 euros. So that is the amount you need to start your business. And when you do that, you get registered, you get access to a global infrastructure that helps you build your business from wherever you are, and you build it wherever you want to build your business to. So if you're a guest, turn to the person who invited you. They'll give you more information to get started. Remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? What decision are you going to make? If you're a guest, turn to the person who invited you. They'll show you how to get started. But remember, if you do what you've always done before, you're going to get the same results. But if you change, if you do something different that you've been doing before, your life is going to change. And maybe tomorrow you and I are going to meet somewhere in the beaches of the world, maybe in Dubai, maybe in South Africa, maybe in the Windsor's hotel in Nairobi. I don't know, but the decision is yours. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been such a wonderful audience. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Paul, back to you.
Thank you so much, Pascal, for closing our meeting. So from me, I'll not be able to say a lot because everything has been said and clarified to each and every one of us. So I just want to challenge the guest on the call today to be able to reach out to the person who invited them here, and they will be able to guide them on how they can be able to be part of this process. So from me, Pascal, and David Mukila, I just want to say thank you so much for taking time to be able to be on our call today and to be able to share with us and also to listen to each and every one of us. So have a wonderful evening, each and every one of you. God bless you and bye-bye. Thank you, Pascal. Bye-bye.